Well, hello everyone. Time for another video. Yes, I'm still working on my shop. As you can see, pretty soon I had some of my grandsons help me put some studs up on that far wall, and I'll finish that tomorrow. And we'll keep working on it. But anyway, I thought I'd talk to everyone about tipping. If you ever had any, if you ever stopped and talked to any waitresses or waiters, the one thing that's consistent that I've talked to, they say that Christians are the worst tippers there are. Nobody wants to work on Sunday because Christians demand everything and tip nothing. And that shouldn't be. I always used to gauge my tip on how well the service I got. And this one particular time, we were at a restaurant, and there was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 of us. And the girl that was serving us was awful. She was just terrible. She gave us lousy service, and it was terrible. And I just remember sitting there at my table, and I was just telling the Lord, I said, Lord, I'm going to give her a $1 tip. So I'm not giving her nothing. And this is what the Lord said to me. He said, you don't know what kind of day that girl's had. He said, you don't know what she's been through. He said, I want you to tip her, and I want you to tip her well. He even told me how much to tip her. I said, okay. And so it changed the way I looked at things. I don't, we frequent this one Mexican restaurants, my grandsons and I, and this is how well they know us. When we come in, when we're seated, we don't even have to order drinks. They bring us the drinks. They know I like unsweet tea with lemon. My grandsons like sweet tea. We like a bowl of queso. We like the chips and salsa, but we need 2 containers of salsa. And they come in and they put that on the table. Don't even ask. And I always tip them the same, no matter what it is. And it's a relatively fair amount, tip. And it doesn't matter what kind of service we get. And we've been in there. There's a couple of times we got really bad service. The one day they were breaking in a new waiter, and he got our orders wrong. And, it wasn't devastating because we still ate the food because it was still good. We haven't had a bad meal in that place. But we always tip. So just think of yourselves when you're out eating or when you're out doing something. Does everything always go well for you? Do you always have a wonderful time? Are there things that you have to fight with and struggle a little bit with and really work at? I'm sure there are. And you should tip well. Tip the way you would want to be tipped. If you were a waiter or waitress, how would you want to be? How would you want somebody to tip you? Would you want to give them 50 cents or $1? Or in some cases, a penny? That's an insult to them. And it's a known insult to them. And, that's not how I'd want to be tipped. Everybody can have a bad day now and then. Everybody can have a day that doesn't go well. It doesn't mean that you lose your joy of the Lord. just means the day's not going the way you planned, or it's just not going the way you thought it would. But those waiters and waitresses, they put up with a lot of garbage from their customers. And, some of them places, I doubt that the owners are very honest in the tips, and instead of tipping the waiters and waitresses that are actually doing their job, you know, sometimes it goes into a jar and everybody splits it. That's fair if everybody does their fair share, but it's not fair if you have somebody that's not doing anything, or maybe they are having a bad day and they don't want to do anything. I mean, when you go to a restaurant and sit down and somebody's taking care of you, tip them well. And if you tip them well, and what I mean by well, if your meal, say, is $50, tip them at least $10. 15 would be better, but at least $10. Because the rules, they have, you got it on your phone now. They show you how much you should tip by the percentages of how much the bill is. This is what it would be for this. This is what it would be. Just tip them. We went to a restaurant, and I don't remember how many people I had in my party. It was probably six, 7, 8, something like that. And I got the waiter aside and I said, listen, don't worry about anybody tipping you. I will take care of you. I will tip you very well. I said, you take care of my party. You fulfill everything they want. I don't want nobody's glass to go empty, whether it be tea, water, milk, soda. I don't want it to go empty. Get their orders and get the food out here pronto. And the waiter says, well, what's your idea of taking care of me well? I said, I'll tip you $150. His eyes got big and he was like, yes, sir. And he was top notch. But I didn't do that to show off. I did that so that he would know that all born again believers and all Christians aren't goofballs. So, no, whether or not you tip that much, that's between you and God. But before you tip, just say a little prayer, ask the Lord, say, Lord, what do you think I should tip this person? And go from there, So, time for a drink. Can you read that? I don't know. Let's see. It's San Pellegrino. It's Italian. That one's lemon. It's delicious. I got to go back to Costco and fill up again because I only got 2 lemons left and 1 orange. So I gotta stock up. But anyway, just say a little prayer, ask the Lord. Say, Lord, what would you want me to tip this person? And just go from there. And I just wanted to share my heart with you about that. And hopefully some of you grab a hold of it and start tipping generously. You would like to get a generous tip. What would you do if your boss walked up to you and said, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to give you an extra $100 this week. You'd enjoy that. But anyway, I know this doesn't have it does have a whole lot because we're the ambassadors of Christ. We're some of us will be the only Jesus that they ever see, that some people will ever see. So, put your best foot forward. Take care of those that take care of you. And even if they don't take care of you, you take care of them. Because when you come back, they'll remember you and they will take care of you. So, with that, remember, read your Bible, pray, and believe. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.